There are a surprising amount of pole moves named after bugs, although some are alternate names for moves that you might know as something else. For example, a lot of people know this as the fireman, but I've also seen it called the firefly. No, not like my favorite TV show of all time, but, you know, like the cute little bug. And this here is probably the most basic climb that you'll learn in one of your first pole sessions, but I've also seen it referred to as the inchworm climb since you're sort of inching your body up the pole. And yes, I am aware that bugs and spooky Pokemon forest music would be more appropriate for Halloween, but I didn't get around to recording this in October, so we're having it for the start of December. If you know me, you know my pants don't stay on for long. Wait, that's not what No, just for safety's sake, I needed to have my skin out to do the rest of the moves that I wanted to do today. So here is the Scorpio, but today I'm calling it the Scorpion, which is an inside leg hang. It's kind of hard to find a consensus, so let me know, is inside leg hang Scorpio and outside leg hang Gemini? Either way, this one is Scorpion today. Oh, and here's a beautiful dismount. A few times in this video, you'll see me draw attention to the fact that my feet are staying flexed instead of pointed in certain moves. It's something that drives me bananas, it's bad form, and I don't realize I'm doing it until I go back and watch the footage. There are tons of butterfly variations, but this is the one I feel comfortable doing at home without an instructor present. You'll see that my form isn't perfect and my dismount out of here is absolutely whack, so I'm gonna go back and give it a couple more tries to try to get it better. As I've said in previous videos, anytime you see me doing this awkward slide down, I am attempting to get into an inverted crucifix. That will become important in approximately 30 seconds. Ta-da! Woo! Here comes the flexed foot again. Apparently I think I'm still in Silk's class.
Now, push through the arm closest to the floor and sit your hips back just like you were doing a squat. Keep your head close to the pole as you do this.
Yes, it's that time again where we reference a Pole With Erynn video in one of my themed pole dancing sessions. Here she's doing the caterpillar, which starts from an inverted crucifix. Remember how I mentioned I was struggling with that earlier?
What?
Yes, after doing several butterflies and Scorpios on each side, I was getting pretty tired, and my inversions were getting pretty sloppy, and my crucifixes were getting pretty non-existent.
I can do this. I can do this.
One of my big struggles is getting my hand caught between my legs.
Come on, man. Inverted crucifix. Basic stuff, SpongeBob. I'm in. I'm out. Oh.
I was getting tired, ready to wrap up, and then it occurred to me I was wearing the perfect shorts for...
I'm a spider. I'm a black widow.
Yep, it's time to do the spider moves. I specifically put on clothes to do them. This became a problem immediately.
Why did I think that would go any differently than it did?
In case you didn't know, you need skin to stick to the pole.
Get it, girl.
I decided to move on from the dead spider to the regular old spider because I could keep my pants on that I had just put in all the effort of putting on. But it does involve sticking the side of my feet to the pole, and my feet are notoriously sweaty. Seriously, it was like a slip and slide on the bottom of my feet. This is clearly a silicone pole. Like, I'm not sure it's fair to be like, pole tricks book, if you have a silicone pole, you know what I'm saying? And yes, I do have that pole wrap I could have busted out, but I didn't feel like putting it on for just one move, so here's me putting a grip on the bottom of my feet, hoping that will help my sweating problem. It was so slick I couldn't even begin to get into the right position. You'll see me even physically forcing my foot on the pole with my hand, and that didn't help either. Then I decided to give the dead spider one more go and just skip past the prep moves and, slammed my crotch right into the pole. So here's the dead spider from the ground, and it is the funniest looking thing I've ever done, I think.
If you've gotten to this point, all that's left is to open both legs into a straddle, and you'll be in your spooky toilet spider.
We got a double dose of Erynn today because I was like, this one is on the ground. I don't even need to be on the pole to do this toilet spider thing. It was shockingly difficult. What? Once again, Erynn's tutorial is wonderful and detailed, but there are just so many parts of your body that are in motion when you're trying to get a pole move, and trying to remember what goes where, what's supposed to be flexing, what's supposed to be pointing, was proving very difficult at this point in this long pole session for me today. I'm gonna break my wrist doing this. And yeah, I had it on spin and I wasn't doing the right grip, so I was gonna break my wrist. Once I figured out the right grip, it felt a lot better and a lot less scary, but still probably like it was not gonna look like Erynn's. It never does, though. It counts! It counts! Well, I'm gonna get the bug out of here. Creepy. Crawly. Ooh.